All right, so what happens if you have a plugin that you've paid for and you want to install that? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at how we're going to do that. I'm again on the Add Plugins page, and I can get to here from my menu off to the side. And the big difference here is instead of having to go search for it, I'm going to say Upload Plugin. Now, before I upload a plugin, I just want to show you what it looks like real quick. I have here under my downloads, this is a plugin I've actually purchased, and I'm going to install on my client site in just a minute. And notice that it's a SAML single sign-on type of plugin. Really important, especially if you use like an enterprise type website. So I'm just going to double click on that. And this is a list of all the files that come with it. So you notice that there's a lot of PHP files, and WordPress is built on PHP. So that's why you're seeing that. Now, you do see some other files that are in here that you might go, well, what is this? Like a HT access file and a license file and things like that. A lot of those are designed strictly for how does something get configured and work with it, who has access to view these folders or doesn't have access to view these folders, license because this is a premium, there's a license key that comes with it to make sure that you're legally and properly using this file. And then, of course, there's a README text. Now, you might say, well, what's in the README text? Well, if you remember when we had a plugin before, we said more details, all that information is actually pulled out of the README text file. So that's just what's there. I'm going to close out that real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and upload this plugin. Now, I do like to just go in and kind of double check the README and maybe see if there's like an install file, just in case there's some special instructions I need to do. There's not in this case, which makes it helpful. So I'm just going to click Browse, find my zip file. It does need to be a zip file. And then I'm going to click Install Now. Now, you're going to notice that saying, well, wait a second, you got two different versions up here. Is that okay? And the answer is going to be yes, because I'm updating the free version with the premium paid version. And so that's the reason why it's going to go through this process. If you don't have that, the installation automatically occurs. And so just kind of let yourself know about that. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say replace current with uploaded. And that's it. That's all you have to do. So installing a file has that type of functionality. It's really that simple. If I go to plugin installer, I just get taken back to where I can go in and install another plugin. If I come to my install plugins, you'll notice here's the old one. If I click on the SAML settings, you can see all the information that you need to be able to log in. Because that is proprietary information, I'm not going to show you that right now, but it's all there for me. Now, a lot of times people ask me, well, why would I want to have something like that? Well, let me show you the difference in what you're going to get from a free plugin versus a paid one. So in the free version, there's another column here. It shows you all the things you can do for free. And there's a decent number of features you can do. And I was really appreciative of what they did with the free version. But then they have, in this case, 3 additional paid versions. Now, some premium plugins have just one premium version. Some have multiple ones like this. And it's just kind of depending upon what you're doing. You might say, well, wow, $350, that's a lot of money for just a standard one. Or, oh, it could go up if I'm using enterprise. It could go up to $550. Do you really need it? Well, they're nice enough to show you, if you scroll down here, see all the different extra features that you get with it. So that's a really big deal. The fact that you have that and you can work with that and you can do additional things, it takes a lot of effort. And so a lot of times you'll find some premium plugins. The $300 to $550 range is kind of a moderate price. I've seen some that are cheaper. They're, $40, $50. I've seen some that are several $1,000s actually. And the question is whether or not it's worth it. And that all depends upon what are you trying to do. In some cases, the answer is most definitely yes, it is worth it. In some cases, it's like, no, I don't really need this feature. So you have to kind of take a look at that with each version. So that's just a kind of a nice, simple little way to kind of see what this particular paid version is like and the different features it can provide for you. If you're using something in an enterprise setting where you need to have a lot of different users, in this particular site, we're going to have about 400 plus users. It's very helpful for us. So we're happy to have this, and I was happy to pay that price. It's just a matter of what is it that you're trying to do.